Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Miguel back again with another video, and I have more updates on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. And the reason for the increase in frequency about the Galaxy S24 is because obviously we're getting closer to that date. So there are rumors nowadays. We have a lot of information about the upcoming phone, and I'm going to start with 5 new rumors that we're hearing so far, which would give us a little bit of a better idea of what we can expect out of the phone. So first of all, we're going to talk about the launch date. Now, we always knew that the Galaxy Unpacked event was going to be in January. Like every year, we've always seen it in January. We know that that's a fact, but we actually didn't know the exact date. We were hearing that it was going to be most likely in the 3rd or 4th week of January, with the actual phone being available in February. But according to some very credible sources, which also includes Ice Universe, the Galaxy Unpacked event of 2024 will be on January 17th. We may actually have the phone in hand within January. So we're most likely going to see pre-orders the same day that the phone is being launched, and then have them delivered or have them in hand in the studio within January. So very excited to see that. Next up, we also have some more information about the display. Now, not any specifics, but mostly about the bezels and the camera placement. According to Ice Universe, one more time, he mentioned that the bezels on the S24 Ultra will be symmetrical, but he also mentioned that the camera, the punch hole camera on the front, is actually getting smaller for the first time in I think 3 years, because it has been the same since the Galaxy S20 Ultra back in 2020. So it looks like after 3 years, we're now actually getting an update, which I believe is long overdue. So it's good to see that the punch hole design will be a little smaller, which will increase the display real estate, not really by a lot, but even a small camera is gonna aesthetically make the phone look better. And he also mentioned that the camera placement is gonna be a little bit lower, with obviously you're decreasing the size, so it has to be a little lower so that it also looks good. If we talk about the colors, in one of my previous videos about the S24 Ultra, I mentioned that there was rumor of new colors, especially a lime green one and then a violet or a purple type color that was rumored to be coming with the S24 Ultra, which were very interesting colors, something unusual, not really seen on an Ultra device or a flagship device. We mostly stick with the gray and the white colors or the black colors. But again, according to Ice Universe, there will also be a gold color, and I think that's going to be probably the best looking color, because I don't really remember seeing an Ultra phone with a gold color, and I think this is probably gonna really stand out from the rest of the colors and most likely be the best looking option there is. And actually even makes more sense because we are hearing that the phones will be made up of titanium, so I think a gold color titanium phone will actually make a lot of sense and actually even look better. Now, if you talk about the performance of the phones, we saw the Snapdragon's 8 Gen 3 being unveiled a few weeks back, and we also saw some very crazy benchmark numbers, which actually may give Apple some competition this time over the A17 Bionic. Actually, the chip was much faster than it, and even Antutu benchmark scores were much higher than that. But we also know that that was just the regular chip, the stock chip that is going to be used on most Android phones. If you guys don't know by now, then Snapdragon makes a specific made for Galaxy chip that's only used on flagship level phones or phones like the S23 and the complete lineup of that. So we also know that this time the 8 Gen 3 is going to get a special made for Galaxy version which has higher clock speeds. But how much higher is it actually going to be? Well, according to Ice Universe, one more time, we are hearing that the GPU performance will be 1 gigahertz, which is about 30% higher than the current stock 8 Gen 3 chip. If we look at the numbers right now, the 8 Gen 3 has around 770 megahertz of GPU performance, and if we look at the made for Galaxy one, then that comes at around 1000 megahertz, which is about 30% faster. We also know that the CPU performance will be higher, so and that will be up from 3.2 gigahertz up to 3.4 gigahertz. We saw over 2 million points on Antutu benchmark for the 8 Gen 3, which was for the stock Android. This means that we may see near 2.5, even maybe near or heading near 3 million points on Antutu benchmark, which is honestly crazy right now. Last but not least, this is not really an update for the S24 Ultra, but it is kind of like a generic update from Samsung. And Samsung this time plans to actually increase the production of the S24 Ultra by 10%, and they plan on selling about 35 million units worldwide. Now, they're so confident in their phone that they know that it's going to sell, but one of the things that they're actually doing to increase the sales production is implementing a lot of generative AI features. So the S24 Ultra, the reason why the 8 Gen 3 is actually so fast is because Samsung now wants to, and not only Samsung, but a lot of other phone manufacturers out there now want to kind of implement a lot of AI-based features, and Samsung also wants to do that. In fact, Samsung actually partnered up with Microsoft and Google to introduce a few features, and it is rumored that the S24 Ultra will have ChatGPT and also Google Bard implemented or integrated with the S24 Ultra out of the box, which means that you are going to be getting a lot of AI-based features that you normally wouldn't have seen on other phones. So it looks like this year we are kind of now doing what Google has been trying to do with the Google Pixel, and that's what actually Google did, and they actually kind of future-proofed themselves because they knew that AI was the future. They know that that's where things are headed. So their chips, the Tensor chip, is actually very focused on AI features instead of just raw performance. So that's what Samsung is now also trying to do. They're also realizing that, and they're now trying to make sure that they're also implementing different generative AI features with the S24 Ultra, which will boost their sales. And I have to say that even for the first time in a long time, I'm excited to see what Samsung actually does, because I mean, if you guys have seen my videos, I really don't, I'm not a big fan of Samsung phones. I think that there are other phones out there that are way more valuable or worthy that have similar features, but I think that for the first time in a long time, I'm actually excited for the S24 Ultra, and I'm actually excited to see what Samsung does with it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. 5 things that we know right now with the S24 Ultra. Let me know your thoughts about this. Let me know if you're also as excited to see what Samsung does, and let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.